In the tapestry of life, moments of disrespect can be like sudden storms that threaten our serenity. Yet, what if we could navigate these tempests with wisdom and grace rather than anger? In this exploration, we embark on a journey guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, uncovering 8 essential lessons for handling disrespect with poise and dignity. We'll learn to accept the uncontrollable, lighten our burdens with humor, fortify our boundaries, and experience the liberation of forgiveness. These Stoic teachings, like beacons, show us not only to endure disrespect, but how to emerge from it with our inner peace and honor intact. First, you must learn to keep your calm. Stoicism posits that it's not the external events themselves that disturb us, but rather how we choose to interpret them. This principle reminds us that when faced with disrespect, it's not the actions or words of others that harm us, but our own reactions. Maintaining emotional composure is the crux of this Stoic wisdom. When someone disrespects us, it's easy to be swept away by the torrent of emotions, like anger or hurt. However, Stoicism teaches us that we have the power to choose our response. We can choose to remain calm and composed, unshaken by the external storm of disrespect. For example, picture a coworker who criticizes your work in a less than polite manner. It's natural to feel slighted or angry, but the Stoic way is to remember that their words are a reflection of their own thoughts and emotions, not an objective judgment of your worth. By keeping your calm, you can choose to respond rationally than emotionally, which often leads to more constructive and less emotionally charged interactions. This inner serenity is a potent shield against the tumult of disrespect, allowing you to navigate it with grace and dignity. The second lesson is like a mirror. Reflect on yourself. Stoicism encourages the practice of self-reflection as a powerful tool in the face of disrespect. The idea is to turn the spotlight inward, examining our own actions and reactions. This practice allows us to better understand ourselves and the situation we're in. Self-reflection plays a pivotal role in responding to disrespect because it helps us respond in alignment with our personal values and virtues. Instead of reacting impulsively, we pause to consider whether there's any truth in what the person has said or done. Did we perhaps do or say something that contributed to the situation? By asking such questions, we can respond not in defense of our ego, but in a manner consistent with our core principles. Imagine a friend makes a disrespectful comment about your choices. Instead of reacting defensively, self-reflection allows you to take a step back and consider whether their comment holds any merit. You might find that there's room for improvement in your choices, and you can use this as an opportunity for growth. By aligning your responses with your values and virtues, you not only preserve your own integrity, but also turn the encounter into a chance for personal development. The third lesson is learn to pause. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of avoiding impulsive reactions and the value of self-control. Impulsive reactions driven by intense emotions like anger or frustration often lead to poor decisions and heightened emotional turmoil. Stoics believe that true strength lies in rationality and self-control. When confronted with disrespect, Stoicism encourages us to take a moment to pause, as if hitting the pause button in the heat of the moment. This serves several important purposes. Firstly, it allows us to regain control over our emotions. Instead of reacting instinctively, we grant ourselves a brief reprieve, during which we can reflect on the situation. This self-control helps us prevent our emotions from taking the reins and making decisions for us. Furthermore, the pause provides an opportunity to collect our thoughts. In this brief respite, we can gather our ideas, evaluate the situation more objectively, and consider a response that aligns with our values and virtues. Think of a situation where someone disrespects you in a social setting. The impulse might be to respond with anger or defensiveness. However, by taking a moment to pause, you can gather your thoughts and decide on a measured, thoughtful response. This can lead to more constructive and less emotionally charged interactions, which are in harmony with Stoic principles of wisdom and self-control. Next is the focus on having empathy. Stoic empathy is a tool that helps us understand the motivations and emotions of others even when they disrespect us. It encourages us to see beyond the surface, recognizing that people's actions are often driven by their inner struggles, fears, insecurities, or ignorance. When we face disrespect, empathy can play a pivotal role in managing our own emotions. It allows us to put ourselves in the other person's shoes, understanding their perspective, and acknowledging that the disrespect may not be personal or intentional. This shift in perspective can help reduce our own negative emotions in response to disrespect. Consider a scenario where a colleague speaks disrespectfully during a meeting. Instead of immediately reacting with anger or defensiveness, empathy allows you to pause and consider what might be causing this behavior. Perhaps your colleague is stressed, overwhelmed, or dealing with personal issues. Your compassionate response, guided by empathy, can help de-escalate the situation. Empathy helps us maintain a broader view of human interactions, fostering a more compassionate response to those who might disrespect us. By understanding the emotions and motivations of others, we can avoid taking their words or actions personally and respond with kindness and respect. In practical terms, empathy serves as a powerful tool to diffuse disrespectful encounters and transform them into opportunities for understanding and growth. It is a bridge that connects us with the humanity of others even when we're faced with disrespect. Stoicism also places great importance on virtue as a guide for responding to disrespect. Virtue in this context refers to qualities such as wisdom, courage, and justice, which Stoics consider to be the highest goods in life. When we face disrespect, the Stoic way is to focus on these virtues. It means responding to disrespect in a manner that reflects those virtuous qualities regardless of the disrespectful behavior of others. This doesn't mean ignoring or tolerating the disrespect, but rather responding in a way that aligns with our core principles. Imagine a situation where someone questions your abilities or discredits your work. The Stoic response would be to concentrate on the virtue of wisdom. You might choose to respond with patience and well-reasoned arguments, explaining your perspective calmly and logically. By doing so, you maintain your integrity and dignity even in the face of disrespect. Our sixth lesson is embrace acceptance. Stoicism teaches us to accept things that are beyond our control, including disrespect from others. It's rooted in the Stoic dichotomy of control, which distinguishes between what we can control and what we can't. The power of acceptance lies in its ability to help us avoid unnecessary negative emotions. Instead of letting anger, frustration, or resentment consume us, we acknowledge that disrespect is beyond our control and our inner peace remains undisturbed. Consider a situation where someone unjustly criticizes your work or ridicules your ideas. Instead of becoming upset or seeking revenge, you can accept that you cannot control their behavior. This acceptance not only preserves your inner tranquility, but also allows you to focus on what you can control, your response and personal growth. A practical and less mentioned method of dealing with disrespect is humor. Stoicism recognizes the value of humor as a means to maintain the emotional balance when faced with disrespect. Humor serves as a tool to lighten the emotional burden and foster a more positive outcome. Humor can play a pivotal role in diffusing tense situations. When someone disrespects us, the natural response may be to become defensive or confrontational. However, by injecting humor into the situation, we shift the dynamic. It can take the edge off, de-escalate the situation, and open the door to more constructive interactions. Stoic humor is not about making fun of others or being disrespectful in return. It's about using humor to maintain emotional balance, showing that you don't take disrespect too seriously and encouraging a more positive atmosphere. It's a way to respond with grace and wit even in the face of challenging encounters. And our last lesson covers setting boundaries. Stoicism is not about being a doormat. It's about standing firm in the face of disrespect and injustice. The Stoic way is to demand respect by assertively setting clear boundaries. Maintaining self-respect and dignity when dealing with disrespect is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. It's not about reacting with anger, but about responding with assertiveness. By doing so, you demonstrate your self-worth and that you won't tolerate any disrespectful behavior. Setting boundaries in this way not only preserves your own dignity and self-respect, but also communicates to others that you demand respect. It can lead to more respectful interactions in the long run as people understand the limits and are more likely to treat you with the respect you deserve. So, Stoicism empowers us to be strong, just, and courageous in demanding respect and maintaining our inner and outer dignity. Setting clear boundaries is a Stoic practice that ensures we navigate disrespect with grace, asserting our self-worth, and fostering respectful interactions.